What's up, guys? Beanster's Palms here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a quick palm update on a few palms here. Mainly repotted these two right here. Finally repotted the Canary Island date palm, which is doing pretty decent considering. There's a little praying mantis on there, but other than that, it's doing okay. It was looking like it needed a repotting, which sure enough it did. It was getting pretty root bound. This is probably the last time I'll repot it, and the next time I'll have to bare root it, which is basically removing all the dirt to the exposed roots and planting it in some fresh soil, because I was thinking of doing that now, but I want to make sure that it's healthy and strong when I do that, because exposing all the roots and stuff is kind of a big deal. But anyway, yeah, so you could tell these newer fronds are kind of thin. They haven't fully opened. They're kind of flimsy. That's how you can kind of tell that it probably needs to be root bound. It's not looking as nice as the other ones, like these ones, but it's still pushing growth. It's looking good. Repotted it, a much bigger pot. Should be seen some improvements within a couple weeks. I tried to fix its leaning issue best I could. It looks like it's pretty straight. The trunk is, at least. Hopefully it'll fix itself, but looking decent. And we potted this a little bit more. Well, added a little bit more dirt to the bottom, because some of these fronds kind of looked a little thin, plus some of them were kind of some of them were just kind of dying off a little, so I figured probably best that I can add more dirt to it. Looks like it definitely needed some. I'll probably keep this in this pot till maybe start of fall, maybe, depending on how much it grows. If it grows a lot within that time, I'll probably need to repot it, but it's looking good. Opening up this frond there, pushed out that one right there. Good sized trunk, but yeah, that one's doing decent. These ones are they've kind of neglected these a little. I don't really care, they're free. This one's actually doing good, the Chinese pistache tree. Lots of new growth on there and coming out, so it's looking good. We also have the Majesty fan palm, which is doing nice finally. Nice looking frond right there, and it has another spear there, so hopefully that will open soon. But so far it's looking a lot better than it had before, so happy to see that. Looking good. And then all these, so these are the seedlings that I started separating. Some of them have kind of gone into shock. They'll typically do that. These ones are looking half decent, a little yellowing because probably too much water. So I've kept them in the shade, see how they do until they start really growing. Some of them are already starting their third spears already. So there's the cat. But these ones died, so they didn't make it. There's a few that I pulled out of this pot that didn't make it, but there's still a lot of them left. If anyone's interested in buying some, let me know. That's in the area. Contact me leave a comment or contact me at lbeanster69@gmail.com, and you can set up a time to meet. I will do a deal if you're buying more than one. Usually typically do like $10 each, but if you buy more than one, like, I'll give you a deal, like do 3 for $25 or something like that, you know. But the more you buy, the more of a deal you'll get. But yeah, I mean, they're doing decent. These are all getting nice and strong, so I haven't separated those. I definitely need to, but I just don't have the money for cups. Anything I make will probably be to put towards getting cups and whatever else, but it's looking good. Not too bad considering. So this is what I have right there, and I can separate a few more. just so I can start putting them in pots of their own. Anyway, taking a quick look here at the grass, looking really nice as always. And these little twisted yuccas seem to be doing pretty good. The 2 that survived out of the 3. The saguaro cactuses are doing nicely, looking good. And pineapple's actually doing really nice. You can see there's a lot of new growth in there. So this one's a 3-year-old pineapple. It's doing pretty nicely. Looking good. Might have to repot it soon. Might have to repot the saguaros too. Sable's doing decent. It's actually opening up another frond. So finally. So it's actually doing pretty decent so far. This has probably been the first year that this thing has grown the most, which hasn't really been a whole lot. Might have to repot this ponytail palm. I might do that now, but that needs to be repotted. Little seedling that I repotted a couple weeks ago, and you can see it's taking off nicely. Growing really good. And same goes for these California fan palms. The ones I grew from seed. I sold a lot of these other seedlings when I had germinated from the same tree, the same batch. So I sold a lot of them. These are the 5 that I kept. Kept 2 of the biggest growing ones. These ones are doing really nice. Really big fronds, as you can see, opening up a lot more growth there. And same goes for all these other ones too. They're doing really nice and getting really big. So then we have these ones too. This one's doing nice. This one's actually finally caught up. This one was the one that struggled through the winter, mainly because of the wind damage. So it's actually catching up to this one, which is good. That's what I wanted it to do, because this one, they were first like both the same size, but then one got a lot of wind damage, whereas the other one didn't. So because I got a lot of wind damage, I've been trying to care for a little more. This one's doing good though, as you can see, really filling out. Just so many fronds on it. There's a lot. This one too. These are probably the fastest growing ones right here, but all pushing new growth. 3 of them in there, doing just nicely. And we'll take a look here at the Mediterranean fan palm. Finally, this one's pushing out a lot of growth. I've been giving this one a lot of water too, but packed with 2 more spears in there, and pushed out so far. I think this one's pushed out like 5 fronds this year. It's actually feeling quite nice. And the blue Mexican fan palm, this is doing just nicely too, as you can see, looking really good. I've been giving this one a lot of water too. Pushed out this whole frond right there. Probably be getting ready to open another. The trunk's a really good size too. I repotted this one a couple months ago, so I might have to think about bare rooting it too, because I really don't want it to get much bigger than this. But new spear out, well, coming out, and it's really filled in a lot. It's a little crooked, not by much, but yep, that's what it's looking like. Has a few minor burning to the fronds, but it's doing good. Color never really shows as good on camera as it does in person. Got the Trachycarpus ortuna. It's about 95, probably about almost 100 degrees out here. It's really hot. I think they said today it's supposed to be like 100 degrees, so real hot outside. But look at this Trachycarpus frond, man. It's pushed out 2 or 3 of them within a month, and you can just see how big these fronds are, getting really huge. They're way bigger than these small ones that were getting pushed out last year, by far. And a new spear opening up there. Well, a whole other frond opened up there, and it's opening up another spear. So finally, I think this thing is officially starting to grow nicely, because before it wouldn't do anything, and now after like 3 years, it's finally growing nicely the way it should. I mean, and once this frond opens up here, that's going to be big. So you can kind of see it's a little uneven, but look how full it is. It's looking really nice. The Trachycarpus fortunae windmill palm. A lot of growth in there. There's the trunk. Looking good. Yeah, I like the windmill fan palms. They're nice. That one's finally looking good. But yeah, the blue Mexican Brahia armata. Get some of the color you can see. Real pretty palm. Rare too, hard to find, exclusive to, well, native to Baja California, so they're all looking really good. Take a quick look here at the other California fan palm. Check this one out. So this one pushed out another little frond here. Not sure if it was in the last video. This one's a pretty small one, considering. In fact, these two fronds are really small, but smaller than the ones that was pushing before, but it's growing. Looking decent. I'll do another video, like, well, I'll film another section later in the evening. I got a new spotlight, so I'll show you what that looks like in the nighttime. But yeah, until then, feel free to. All right, well, it's still kind of raining here. It's the afternoon now, but looking at this beautiful double rainbow here. Really nice evening. Let's go check out the other palms. Here's a quick update on the wildflowers. Looking pretty nice, starting to bloom. And you got here the maple. Has more burning on it, but as you can see, it has some little new buds here. So looks like it might make it. It might start pulling through. Maybe next year I'll have a better growth spurt. Also collected some red yucca seeds from the stalks. And here are the rest of the stems. Okay, here's the other California fan palm. Looking pretty nice. Loving all this rain here. But yeah, so pushed out so far, I think 3 or 4 fronds this year. Opening up another, well, pushing out another spear. But this one's actually started to fill out real nice. Has a dead frond on here I should cut. But looking pretty nice. Pretty green, no red, so it looks pure folifera. Decent sized trunk. It's roughly about the same size as the one in the back, which is also nice. Here's my new spotlight here. This thing's really bright, lights up the whole front yard, and has a sensor there so you can change the color of the light to different colors for the year, like a little remote. Currently the remote kind of broke for it, so I have to use the battery and hold it together by hand. But it provides really good light. I'll include a picture in the end of the video. No stock on this yucca, so we'll wait till that comes out. Hopefully, maybe by the end of the season. And we'll take a look at the seedling. Okay, so here's a little seedling. So far, it's pushing out tiny little fronds. Taking a look here. Nice little fronds on it. Has about 4 of them on there. Well, it had 5, but this one kind of broke off. Looking good. Pushing little fronds. The chunk is pretty decent size. But yeah, this one has been kind of slow growing, so I'm not anticipating for it to really grow anytime soon. I mean, it's just there for mainly a test figure. It's mainly just there to see how well it will make it through winter, and surprisingly it did really well. So hopefully it'll push out another frond or two before the end of the year comes, and we'll be able to see how it does over the winter. But I think it'll definitely make it. So anyway, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, guys, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.